Hey guys, this is Troy with cleveland.com back again with my video review of this past weekend's Walking Dead episode and a look forward as to what we can expect going on with Season 5. And of course, as I like to say at this point, spoilers lie ahead. Alright, let's get right into it. Sunday's episode was titled Self-Help, and of course it focused on Abraham, Eugene, Rosita, Tara, Glenn, and Maggie as they headed for Washington, D.C. to deliver Eugene's supposed cure for the outbreak to government officials. Now, fans of the comic book, they already knew that that's not how things go, and the news was revealed to Abraham towards the end of Self-Help that Eugene is a liar, he's not a scientist, and he has no idea how the zombie outbreak started. Of course, Abraham proceeds to beat the living crap out of Eugene in one of the season's most epic moments. Now, also featured in this episode was an interesting flashback focused on Abraham that gave us some insight into his character. Now, the flashback, when you pull it all together, basically it starts with Abraham beating up some men inside a restaurant and then going to look for his wife and children, who are then scared of Abraham. They run outside. Abraham follows them only to find that they've been killed. He goes to kill himself, but that's when he meets Eugene, who tells him this mission for a cure, and that's what Abraham has been doing ever since, sort of this mission to keep him going after the death of his family. Now, the actor who plays Abraham on The Talking Dead gave us some insight into that scene. Abraham was actually killing the members of his group who tortured and raped his wife. That wasn't in the episode, but of course these actors like to give some background into what they see as their characters, and it was really interesting to hear that during last night's Talking Dead. Now, moving on, you look at what's going to happen. Obviously, it doesn't look like the group's going to DC. I think they're going to head back to the church. They may even run into someone from the Alexandria safe zone. Now, what that is, they have recruiters for this area, and fans of the comic book know that eventually this whole story is going to the Alexandria safe zone just outside of DC. So I expect that perhaps Abraham and his group will run into someone on their way back to the church right before they reunite with Rick's group. Let's look ahead as the season goes forward. There are only 3 episodes left. We know what the next one focuses on based on the trailers. Carol and Daryl going to find Beth. We'll see how that plays out. I think that's going to be an exciting episode for Daryl and Carol fans. Now, I looked at the episode descriptions for the final 2 episodes of the season, Crossed and Coda. Now, Crossed talks about a mission to rescue someone involving the people from the church. That obviously strikes me as Daryl returns to the church, possibly with Noah, we still don't know who he's with, to recruit Rick, Michonne, and the others to help him go rescue both Carol and Beth at this point. And as you know, Carol is at the hospital now. We don't know what her mission is. Is she undercover? Is she actually hurt? We will find out. I'm more interested in the mid-season finale, Coda. The episode description describes Rick as trying to come to a peaceful means with a group of enemies. Now, we don't know who that is. It says that the enemies want to take the difficult route, but I think this is all culminating at the hospital. I don't think there's going to be another group, Negan. Some people speculate on other villains from the comic book. I think it's actually going to be a showdown at the hospital in Atlanta. It's going to be a big thing, and I'm excited. I still am under the belief that Carol's going to die, but that's just my own instinct. It doesn't necessarily play out that way. So that's all I got. Let me know what you think. Which characters you think will make it all the way to the end? What do you think is going to happen in the next episode with Daryl and Carol? And do you think Carol is undercover at the hospital, or is she actually in some danger? I'll be back next week with more. Post your questions or your insights in our comment section. Until then, guys, enjoy this great season of The Walking Dead.